Tracheids are primitive water conducting cells. They are elongated, tapering cells with narrow lumen. At maturity, they have thick hard cell walls due to deposition of lignin. Lignin is a cross-linked phenolic polymer. Lignin deposition makes these cells dead, but still lignin has some important roles in the transport of water. You know that plant cell wall is made up of polysaccharide components, mainly cellulose, also hemicelluloses and peptides. They are highly hydrophilic, which means that they have a high affinity to water, whereas lignin is more hydrophobic, or in other words, lignin cannot be easily wet. Thus, lignin makes it possible for xylem conducting cells to conduct water efficiently. The hard lignified walls have one or more rows of bordered pits. By the way, what is a pit? A pit is a cavity or a thin portion in the lignified cell walls of tracheids and vessels. They help in the lateral movement of water between these cells. Bordered pit means a pit which is overarched by the cell wall. Tracheids are placed end to end in long vertical rows. Water and minerals are transported from one tracheid to the next through the pits in the end walls. Transport of water and minerals is the major function of tracheids. Being thick-walled, they also give mechanical support to the plant. Vessel members are short, cylindrical or tube-like dead cells with hard lignified walls and larger lumen than tracheids. They don't have tapering ends. Here you can see the difference between a tracheid and a vessel member. The lignin deposition on the cell walls of the vessel members is not uniform. It could be annular thickening, which is in the form of rings, spiral or helical thickening, scalariform or ladder-like thickening, reticulate or network-like thickening, or a pitted thickening. The vessel members are placed end to end in vertical rows to form elongated pipe-like structures called vessels. So I hope you got the difference between a vessel member and a vessel. Vessels are also called tracheae. The name trachea is given to xylem vessels by an Italian botanist, Marcello Malpighi, because of the similarity between the morphology of xylem vessels and that of the trachea or the windpipe seen in insects and animals. The end walls of each vessel member have pores. These end walls with pores are called perforation plates. The vessel members in a vessel are connected by the perforation plates. There are two kinds of perforation plates: simple perforation plates and multiple perforation plates. In a simple perforation plate, the cross wall or end wall of the vessel member has only a large pore. Such vessels with simple perforation plates will just look like our water pipes. On the other hand, in a multiple perforation plate, the end wall contains a number of pores. Simple perforation plate is more advanced than the multiple perforation plate. Vessels also have pits, like we saw in tracheids. In the vessels, water moves from one vessel member to the next, mainly through perforations in the end walls and also through pits. This means that in vessels, water can move more freely than in tracheids. So vessels are more advanced water conducting cells than tracheids. In eucalyptus trees, xylem vessels formed by several vessel members are sometimes as long as 3 to 6 meters. Being thick-walled, vessels also give mechanical support. You know that all vascular plants, that is, plants belonging to the groups pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, have xylem and phloem. Now the question is, do all vascular plants have both tracheids and vessels in their xylem tissue? And the answer is no. In pteridophytes and most of the gymnosperms, Xylem vessels are absent. In these primitive plant groups, primitive water conducting cells or the tracheids form the main water conducting system. In angiosperms, both tracheids and vessels are found. But here, the advanced water conducting cells, that is vessels, form the main water conducting system.